Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share how I use my Hobonichi journals to learn not just one but two languages. The first language is Emirati Arabic and the second language is French. Whether you're a fellow language enthusiast or just looking for some ideas on how to use your planner for something unique, I think you will actually love this video. So let's dive in. Why I choose the Hobonichi Weeks. So the reason why I chose the Hobonichi Weeks for my language journal journey is this planner is it's compact, it's lightweight, and it's easy to carry around and perfect for keeping language practice on hand wherever I go. Plus, the weekly layout provides just the right amount of space for my daily language journal goals and notes. Another reason why I love it is because it's high quality Tomo river paper. It handles my pens beautifully, and there is a slight bleed through, but it's not something that I'm caught up on. As long as I can write in the journal with the different language words, it's good to go for me. And honestly, the minimalist design makes it so versatile that I can customize it however I want, whether it's for vocab, grammar, or cultural notes. So this is the weekly layout. Um, Let me just show you some features that make it ideal for language learning. So the weekly layout, the left side of the weekly spread is perfect for writing down daily tasks or language goals. For example, I might want to set a goal to learn 5 words in Emirati on Monday or practice French verbs on Tuesday. The right side of the grid page on the right is my creative space. I use this for things like vocab lists, doodle of objects and their names in both languages, notes on tricky grammar or rules. If we go to the monthly section of the weekly page, I use this to track my progress, like how many days I studied and when I completed major milestones like finishing lessons or a book or a chapter. So let's talk about how I divide and organize my Hobonichi weeks for each language. I have one journal which is dedicated to French, as you can see, and I have one journal that's dedicated to Emirati Arabic. So in this in this type of system, the reason why I chose this is I want to basically focus on different areas within both of the languages. One might be vocabulary, the other one might be grammar or cultural notes. For French, I might make it slightly different. I might use daily phrases in one, for example, like a sentence, or drill down on my grammar, or basically reading highlights. If I come across interesting words or sentences while reading a book, I just jot them down in here. So I'll just show you one of the pages that I did. So I basically kind of did like a setup example for this is my French Hobonichi Weeks. Basically, I had put an example of what I wanted to put on the left side, i.e., greetings. Bonjour equals hello. Je suis Marie equals I am Marie. So I wanted to kind of use this section in terms of the words, French words and English words. And then on this side, I wanted to use, or the idea was for me to use this space to kind of free flow, write sentences in French, and and then write down lists of words that I learnt or words that I feel that I need to, go over and keep practicing. So I kind of set it up in this layout to kind of help me um, not only just learn the words, but learn the words and put them into sentences. And that was one of the reasons why I actually did this kind of layout. And I thought this layout would help me, in the future for me to kind of learn the language a little bit more easier. So this is just an example of my French journal, and I've basically I did it a bit different. So I wanted to kind of test it out and see how I felt about it, and I actually just wrote the words on this side and what they actually meant in French, and basically what they meant in English. Then on this side, I actually tried to put them into sentences. So then it would be easy for me to kind of refer to, go back, understand, keep practicing, and um, kind of getting my head around of where the words actually needed to go within the sentence. And also um, noting out which was female and which was male, and actually how to kind of write them into sentences. So that's what I basically did. And I'm continuing that for the next page. I am slightly behind because I should really be on this page, but I will get to that point. But this is another example of my layout. That's how I've actually written it. So I've basically put the words in two different colors, so it's a bit more easier for me to read it and understands that this is French, this is Arabic. Sorry, not Arabic. This is French, this is English, and so forth, and down the page, because then it's more eye catching and more eye pleasing for me, and it helps me to kind of learn through, you know, learning the language a little bit better. So that's my French journal weeks. And my second one is again my Arabic journal. And the reason why I chose not to put two languages in one week's journal was I found it might be a little bit confusing, and I might get um, muddled up with some of the words, how to pronounce things. So I wanted to basically have two separate journals, one for French, and then obviously this one is for, for Arabic. So it's similar setup. What I've actually tried to do is just break down the different days when I'm actually going to learn Arabic. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I will learn Arabic. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will learn French. And then I would use my Sunday as a revision kind of test for myself. So if we go into the French uh, journal, you can see from this page, sorry, let me just get that page. Yeah, you can see from this page, um, I've basically tried to kind of um, put the French on the different days. Apart from this day, I was doing French on. I've booked myself to do French on these days because I actually have a French tutor. So that's why the French is on the Saturday as well. So I will do French and Arabic. So that's just a little sneak peek into my French journal and my Arabic, and the reasons why I don't actually club the two together, because I feel like it would get super confusing, and I wouldn't really. I don't think I want to kind of merge them like that because it would just make it a bit more confusing for me. So if we go into um, the actual weeks part of the Arabic, again, similar setup. Again, I have greetings. I have what you would say in Arabic, salam alaikum, walaikum salam, as the examples, as in Arabic, or Arabizi, as they call it in English, and then the English in a different color to enable me to kind of um, match and understand the words a bit better. So that's kind of my setup for um, my Arabic journal. It's the same as the French journal as well, but I wanted to kind of put it in this setup. Um, and I know some people might be like, oh my gosh, you've got so many journals. Like, how are you going to differentiate? But obviously, at the front of the journal, I've basically put French and then I've put Arabic here. So then, once I open the journal, I will see, which journals which. I do have the Hobonichi cousin as well. The reason why I don't want to put my language learning in this journal is because this is more kind of personal in terms of doctor's appointments, me daily journaling about myself, the things that I've done, what I need to do. So I don't really want to mix, you know, two languages and my personal stuff into one complete journal, um, because I feel like it won't give me that structure that I know that this journal I have to go to it to learn French. This journal I know how I have to go to it to learn Arabic. And then obviously I've got the Hobonichi cousin, which will enable me to, jot down what I want to jot down for that day, for the month, and just to kind of give me a little bit more structure and focus. So that's the reason why I've not mixed all three journals together and combined them into one. Um, I just find it's easier to have them in two separate books, and for me to learn that way, it kind of helps me a little bit more. Um, so yeah, that's kind of like my take on my two journals. But before I wrap up, here are some quick tips that I'm thinking of using the Hobonichi Weeks for your own language learning, if you do prefer to use the Hobonichi Weeks, or maybe you might want to use a Hobonichi A6, or you may want to use a Hobonichi A5, or any type of planner or journal. Um, I would just basically say just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate your layouts, which I've showed you here in terms of my layouts in my Hobonichi weeks. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Use color coding as what I have used here. So the black is in Arabic, the the green is in English to enable me to kind of look at the word and focus a bit more on good morning is masal khair. You know, shukran is thank you. So then I can match the Arabic word with the English word. It makes it a bit more easier for the color coding, um, and enables me to stay a bit more organized. I would say for these two journals, I'm definitely going to make it more personal. I'm going to add doodles, quotes, cultural facts that keep me excited about the language. I think that would help me a bit more to kind of grasp both languages at the same time. As maybe some people might say, how come you're doing two languages? Isn't that a bit too much? But I feel like um, it's something that will help me. The French, I have been learning it now for the past, I think, three or four months, and I've got my head around it to a point. But I've hired a teacher. I'm going to put in the comment box underneath this video the website that I'm using, that I use to find my French teacher, absolutely perfect teacher. We connected so well. We had our first class last week, and we're due to have another class in the coming week. So I basically find it's just easier just to split the two, and it enables me to, just quickly go pick up this week's journal and just go with it, or have it in my handbag if I'm out somewhere and I just want to sit. If I've got on my hands to burn, I can just quickly grab this the week's journals, or even the two of them, and actually just go with it and just practice both languages. Um, So yeah, so that's how I use the Hobonichi Weeks for learning Emirati Arabic and French. I hope this video inspires you to use your planner in creative ways for learning languages. Let me know in the comments which languages you're learning, and if you have any tips for me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.